Call this to order. We'll stand in recess until the clerk gets back.
Let it pledge, Mr. President.
Yeah, Pastor Green, you can come on down.
Hold on.
I don't need to know
He only
that.
came.
In my
He
house.
wasn't there to get down there.
Yeah, you make him stand up with that cane.
Let's agree, we're not quite ready yet.
So y'all already made y'all okay. I'm just
We got too many chiefs and not enough Indians up there.
That's just think about that.
All right, Mr. Clerk,
All you gotta do is just kind of.
they have told me they're ready to go. All right, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll. I'd like to call this Caddo Parish Commission regular session to order for November 22nd. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Dominic, Johnson, Jackson, Lynn,
Present.
Bowman, Cawthorn, Gage
Present.
Watts,
Present.
Middleton,
Here.
Atkins, Chavez,
Here, sir.
Smith, Lewis Johnson. We have a quorum, sir.
All right, we'll have our invocation by Mr. Robert Green of the Colquitt Baptist Church in Houston, Louisiana, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Doug Donovan.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity that you have allowed us to come together. We pray for your guidance, that you would help us to make all the right decisions that would bring glory to your name. We pray for this parish, this country, and this city. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Paul, face the flag, repeat after me. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job. All right. All right, citizens, next, Mr. Clerk.
Agenda additions, I don't have any in front of me, sir.
Okay. Oh,
You know,
well,
he fixed to be up there. I was trying to get him.
I want to stay up.
Okay. Then we move to citizen comments.
All right, citizens who wish to address the commission on any issue other than zoning must fill out a comment card located in the chamber foyer and return to the president or clerk of the commission. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes. All I have here is Mr. Robert Green.
Reverend Robert.
Reverend Robert Green. I apologize. We're sorry for making you walk back and forth, and that was part of the debate up here.
I'm here today. I am the chairman of the hospital board in Vivian, Louisiana, and we have a new member would be appointed today, which we have no problem with the candidate. I think he will make our board much better and serve the country, community. The problem I have is with the procedure that was done to get the candidate. We was here before, and the process has always been that we would get together at the board, we would take in applicants, screen them, vote on them, and then get them to our commissioner. But this time around, our commissioner wanted to appoint somebody that was brought to him without even informing us so much on that appointment. And I believe that something needs to be put in place for the future for all the candidates that we would have to come on our board. It shouldn't be, and it's just my opinion, that our commissioner, which I've talked to, that if some special interest group come to him for a favor, I don't believe a favor ought to be appointing someone to the hospital board. I think it ought to be something screened and between members of the board and from the community, decide which is a good candidate and then brought to your board for a vote. I just say to this commission board that I think something needs to be looked at about how board members at our hospital is appointed. I'm not here to object. Ms. Fesservan, I'm glad he's going to be part of us, but I think the process need to be looked at, that where it can't be a special gesture for a certain group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carl Peel, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Carl Peel.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Carl Peel with Catholic Charities of North Louisiana. Was here a couple of months ago looking for some money, looking for some help to help with financial education programs and emergency assistance for the community. And I'm here today to thank each and every one of you for awarding us a grant to move in that direction. I want you to know those funds are really, really important to us. The funds that we're getting from you this year will help 40 to 50 families prevent service interruptions and evictions. But it's not really about that. It's about having the opportunity to use those funds to leverage in our community. What I've found, our community members have tremendous resourcefulness, intelligence, creativity. What they lack is financial literacy. What they lack is sometimes making the connections that need to be made. And that money opens the doors for people to come and, receive the financial education and the tools they need. So we're really excited to get the grant, and we expect to be held to a very high standard of accountability, and we really look forward to getting results back to you as to who's received funds and why and what was done and where those families have moved forward since receiving those funds, because we expect to move them up the ladder towards financial stability. So just want to thank everybody, and once again invite you to come and see us, 331 East 71st Street, Tuesday morning. Every Tuesday morning we got the financial education class. And did you enjoy the class?
Yes, I did.
See, it was a good
You
class.
did almost as good a job as I could have done.
Yeah, almost. Thank you. All right. So just want to thank you again, and we're going to do a great job with the funds.
Thank you. We have no more public comments. Mr. Clerk, next.
Okay, we have no visitors. We move to special resolutions. Special resolution in recognition to Ms. Paula Hickman, Executive Director of the Community Foundation.
Mr. Clerk, what we'll do is, for that one and Bishop Joseph Walker, those will be, we want to just adopt those, and then they'll be presented to them at respective events. But I do want to have them on the record and filed
I will
accordingly.
second Commissioner Jackson's motion to adopt special resolution for Ms. Paula Hickman and for Bishop Joseph Walker.
All right, please vote on the special resolution. That passes 9-1. Okay. What,
Commissioner Smith, you might.
Yours is a yes vote? Okay, Mr. Smith is a yes vote.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, that passes 10-0 with 2 out of the chamber.
Next, we have special recognition to the Louisiana American Choral Directors Association honorary choir members.
Okay. Yeah, and we don't necessarily have to stand for these.
You want to take them? Okay. I'll just call the members, once the president's at the podium. Okay, we'll start with Miss Carrie Henderson. Miss Henderson's a 7th grader at Uri Drive Middle Magnet, and this is her 2nd year being the only middle schooler to represent the parish, the city of Parish for this event. Miss Nisa Welshon. Gabriel Combs. D'Artagnan Bennett. D'Artagnan's a 12th grader at Caddo Magnet High School. Landrell Douglas, Cameron Barton. Then we have directors for these students to also recognize Jewett Winston. Winston's Uri Drive Middle Magnet, AP Magnet. Sarah Larkin. Jennifer Jackson. And that's all the members, sir.
We just wanted to recognize them. Ms. Henderson reached out to me and asked if the commission would give them a recognize them at our commission meeting for their outstanding accomplishment. I believe they have competed at the regional and state level in the choral competition, and we want to start highlighting more positive than negative things in our community. So this was an opportunity to just come down and say congratulations, and we wish you all well, and maybe y'all can come down and do a performance for us at some point in time in the meeting. But if y'all would like to have a quick couple of comments, and we'll be on down.
As a music educator, I'm always happy to speak about music in our schools. We thank you so much for recognizing us today. These children had to go through a strenuous audition process to make it to the All-State Choir. And they spent 3 days in New Orleans working with a guest clinician. They learned some very difficult music, and they did very well. They made friends from all over the state. So we always try to make sure that our kids strive for excellence and that they are represented, you know, not just our school, but represent the parish and represent us in a positive way, and not just singing around the community and in the classroom, but they strive for higher levels. And All-State Choir is an awesome experience for these students. So thank you so much for recognizing us today.
All right.
Thank y'all for coming. We got a
Thank y'all.
couple of commissioners that want to speak to you guys. If y'all can come back up real quick, I'm sorry. Commissioner Atkins.
I just wanted to thank you all for what you do. Thank you for taking the time to work with these young people and direct them in a positive way. And I can see from this young lady's smile that she's really enjoying what she's doing. So thank you to all of you guys.
And Commissioner Middleton.
Well, I always have to say something to Security. Congratulations again. She sang the national anthem at the, I think she did a cappella, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. At the Veterans Service Parade a couple weeks ago, and she did an excellent job. She always does. Congratulations to you, sir. And I always have to mention that the Hendersons go to First Bossier, and it's great to have y'all there. And I will always have respect for you, young lady. You're doing great. Keep it up. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Jackson, for bringing this up.
And again, thank y'all for coming, and good luck. Commissioner Jackson, you have anything?
I would just like to, I don't know if their parents are here, would like to stand and be recognized. I was a member of Louisiana LMEA All-State Honor Band, and I know the sacrifice that parents also make when you have to take your kids to auditions at the local level, then you have to audition at the regional level, and then you have to go and audition to be at the state level. And so, and I don't know that parents get reimbursed for that, because the reward is ultimately, or the reimbursement is when they go on to get the scholarship and do well in school. And so there were plenty of days where my mother packed our minivan and she was hauling our tools and drums around. And so keep up the great work.
Yeah,
Thank
good,
you.
amen.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all once again.
Mr. Vice President, I believe President Jackson would like to suspend the rules
I make a motion to suspend the rules.
to move the Resolution
item-
83.
Okay. If there's no objection, we will suspend the rules by acclamation to take up resolution number 83. I see no objection, so go ahead.
At this time, we would need to approve resolution number 83 of 2017 proclaiming Saturday, November 25th as Small Business Saturday.
We got a motion by Commissioner Jackson to adopt Resolution 83, seconded by Commissioner Atkins. If we can all vote in favor of that, please. Do you want us to stand and rise?
I don't necessarily think that we have to do that. I just want Liz to come and present, and we would just present this proclamation to her. Liz is doing a great job in downtown, trying to reinvigorate downtown. One of the benefits and struggle of being a representative of District 3 is that I represent downtown, and so there are a lot of voices that come from downtown. Because what folks often forget is there are residents that live in downtown, but you also have the Central Business District in downtown, you have the Arts District in downtown, and then you have the seat of local government in downtown. And so there's a lot of things going on. It hadn't happened overnight, but Liz Swain and her team has stayed the course. There's a lot of energy being built around downtown, and so we want to encourage the Downtown Development Authority, as well as our local entrepreneurs who have stayed the course, a lot of times without much help. When we compare to what we give to some of the bigger and larger groups, they're continuing to stay the course and put their efforts into it. And so we want to declare this Saturday as Small Business Saturday, and let you know that Caddo Parish stands behind the DDA as well as our small business in downtown.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. If you could
I will
help
ask,
us.
oh, of course. Sure. Thank you. I want to thank you so much for this. It means so much to our small and local businesses that often feel that they are forgotten, to be quite honest. This morning I had the opportunity to talk to a local reporter, and he threw a softball. He said, why is it important to support our local businesses as opposed to just going to Amazon Prime? Because you know that is so simple to sit at your computer and click away and spend all your money. And I said, well, let me tell you why. I said, these small and local businesses are here. They're our friends and our neighbors. They go to school with us, they go to church with us, they sponsor our events. They're our constituents. They invest in brick and mortar. They rehab historic buildings. They hire people. They pay taxes. They do all the things that those people thousands of miles away do not do. And in addition, you can walk into a store, you can talk to the CEO, you can talk to the executive director, you can talk to the owner, you can talk to anybody you'd like, and they will respond to you immediately. That is what is important. It gives us our personality, our attitude. It makes us a place that people want to come back to again and again. So this means a lot to all of my small businesses. And Saturday is a big day. You know, I look forward to the day that we celebrate our small and local businesses 365 days a year, not just one day. But since it is just the one day, please come out on Saturday. These are all of the businesses downtown that are doing something really special. And you have a bag, and you know what you can do with that bag. You can buy a whole bunch of stuff and cram it in there. And if you need another bag, let me know. I'll get you one. But thank you again on behalf of downtown and all of our small and local businesses across Shreveport and Caddo Parish. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Liz. Commissioner Atkins is up.
Hi, Liz. Thanks for all you do for the DDA. We appreciate your leadership. And I just want to mention, if you hear a common thread of issues that the parish can address to help small businesses, please let us know. As the chair of the Economic Development Committee, I'm happy to meet with you on that, or contact Dr. Wilson or President Jackson or anyone that you feel comfortable speaking with. But please let us know if there's something we can do as a parish to assist small business. Thank you for what you do.
I appreciate that very much, and I can think of 10 or 12 things right off the top of my head.
Well, send me an email.
You have just such opened the Pandora's box.
Start with the 3 easy.
I'll start. I will.
You know, I was talking with Scott Martinez, and we were having a conversation, and he mentioned that there were some things that he felt that Shreveport, Caddo Parish could do that are very low-hanging fruit. And I think you and I have kind of sidebar talked about them. So I don't know, Commissioner Atkins don't realize he really did just open such a Pandora's box.
But in a good way.
In a good way, because there's some really low-hanging fruit that we feel that can happen, that can really synergize. And I was, because Scott really doesn't get into, they're usually big industrial that's their focus. But when I had an opportunity to have a very off-script, candid conversation with them, and this was very conservative spending as well. So he wasn't talking dollars. He was just talking some projects and some ideas that we could possibly do. And if there was some dollars attached to it, it was very low. And so I know a couple years back we did the pop-ups, which I don't know cost $10,000.
Not even.
So
Yeah.
and now
You're
we
right with the
have
low-hanging fruit.
Saucy
Absolutely.
Cafe, who is a graduate of those pop-ups. You have others who
We
are-
do. Appliques downtown, a number of places came from those pop-ups, and those pop-ups were almost free.
Right.
The property, the locations were donated, the DDA handled the insurance, we did all the marketing. I think we got maybe one sponsorship from a local business for $5,000, handled all of it. But it's those kind of things that really give us big return for not a lot of money. It's effort,
Right.
but that's why we're all here.
Right.
So,
Thank you. I see
Thank you.
Commissioner Chavez.
Thank you, President. Liz, downtown looks incredible. Thank you for all the growth that you've accomplished down there. And then I wanted to remind everybody, when they do go down there and they do the Shop Small Saturday, to use their American Express, because Amex is running a national competition, and they will credit the local business owners and give them a lot of goodies for the patrons that go use American Express. That's actually how they track it. So thank you for bringing this to our
Thank you
attention.
for-
And
yes.
whoever goes down there, whatever you can buy, try to use an American Express to get our local guys on a national platform for more business.
absolutely, thanks for bringing that up.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Liz.
it. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So shop local and shop till you're driving, shop often. All right.
Next, we move to adopt the regular session minutes. from
Hold
November.
on one moment, Mr. Vice President.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules to go ahead and take up the confirmation of the appointment to North Caddo Hospital District.
All right, motion by the Vice Chair, second by Commissioner Cawthorn to suspend the rules and to take up the hospital appointment. Is there any objection to the suspension of the rules? All right, the rules are suspended by acclamation.
I move that Ronnie Festerman be appointed to the North Caddo Hospital District Board to fulfill the unexpired term left vacant by resignation of
Second.
Ms. Helen Adger.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Dominic, second by Commissioner Middleton. Did you want to speak?
Yeah, I'll just briefly speak on this. Not to go into a long issue, but I'll try to continue to do my best to work with Reverend Green and y'all's board. I will tell you, just like I told you yesterday, I think y'all are working hard and doing a good job. And we all know we have a beautiful, wonderful hospital in the North Caddo area, that it's a economic viability to our town and our area with the number of employees, and there's a lot going on. It's just that last time, we had the two appointments, and Miss Helen Godfrey Smith, and then Ronnie was the only one that was left over. So I felt that he needed to be appointed to this position today. I will make that motion and do my best to work with you guys in the future, okay?
Did you want to speak, Commissioner Middleton?
No.
Is Mr. Festerman here?
He is.
Did he
Mr.
want to come up
Festerman,
and speak?
You want to come talk to, you want to come introduce yourself one more time real quick? He is, if you don't know Ronnie, I can tell you, he's a resident, lifelong resident of Caddo Parish, and moved back to his hometown of Vivian, built a house. We don't have a lot of houses there, but he built probably, I guess, the most recent house that was built a few years ago, and has been an active member to our community. When he came back, he told me, and I think I told Reverend Green this, that he told me, if you have anything, that he's retired, he loves to fish, been an active member for the Bayou District up there, and he said he would be willing to serve on some boards, and I knew that we'd have some openings coming up on the hospital board, so appreciate you here, and you were on our charter review committee, so if you know that he was assistant superintendent and then acting superintendent for Caddo Parish School Board,
recognize
and
that.
retired from the Caddo Parish School Board, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago now?
14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I'm getting old, time's flying by.
Yeah,
So
thank you,
that's the
Douglas, and
resignation.
thank you to the commission. I came before, and more or less, I think, to paraphrase, I was asked by the commission to wait my turn, and I patiently did so, and now I've been rewarded for waiting my turn, and I appreciate that vote of confidence. I appreciate Mr. Dominic
I do serve on the Black Bile Watershed Commission, which is also an appointment by this commission. This is another appointment to serve. And I'm not through yet. Basically, what I'm doing, I moved back to Vivian, where I was born and raised, and I'm going to give back to the town that gave me so much. And so that's what I'm doing with this appointment, and that's what I'm working toward. And like I say, there are other places I can help. That's what my time's going to be spent. Whatever time the good Lord leaves me here, I want to give back for what I got. So I appreciate your support on that, and hope to do a great job up there. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you,
Mr.
Ron.
Festivan, I always remember growing up in Caddo School Superintendent, hearing the name Festivan. And so then my first real job was delivering newspapers, I believe in Bend. And I think there's a Festivan form.
Well, now, I tell folks, there are 3 families of us actually around.
Because that's not a common name.
That's the rich side of the family.
Okay.
I'm the other side of the family.
You're the richer side.
A little different spelling, but yeah, I spent my whole life in the school system. I graduated from Northeast, went to work at Fair Park High School, and then moved through that career of coaching basketball and teaching. And
Best time in life.
yeah, talked to this young man right here, who I'm very proud of. And, yeah, I did. And spent my entire career, 33 years and 4 months, and served as interim superintendent for a year prior to Mrs. Tyler coming back to town, and retired when she came back, and am just enjoying retirement, enjoying back at home where I was born and raised, and like I say, just trying to give back to that community.
It's good to put a face with a name. Thank you. And I'll just say it's great to hear, Commissioner Dominic, that you're working with the hospital board. I had gotten a call, as I mentioned on Monday. So Reverend Green, thank you for your service as well. I know you're serving as chair this year, and I appreciate you reaching out, and you guys are working together and going to work together going forward on that project. So thank y'all for your cooperation. If there's no more comments, please vote on the motion to it. All right. That passes 10-0 with 2 out of the chain.
1 out.
1 out.
Mr. Smith, did you vote, sir?
Yes, sir. It looked
What
like
was, what was your vote, sir?
did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that passes 11 to 1, the 1 out of the chain. Sorry.
Make a motion to go back into regular session.
Second.
All right, is there any objection to motion by Commissioner Dominic, second by Commissioner Cawthorn to go on to the regular order? There is no objection, so we're back into regular order.
All right, this time we need to adopt regular session minutes from November 9th.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Cawthorn, second by Commissioner Middleton. Please vote on ratifying those minutes.
Mr. Smith?
All right, there. That passes 11-0 with 1 out.
Well, this time we move to public hearing on Caddo Parish operating and capital improvements budget for 2018.
Right. At this time, we will open our public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of the Caddo Parish operating and capital improvements budget for 2018? Is there anyone here to speak in opposition of the Caddo Parish operating and capital improvements budget of 2018? All right, Mr. Clerk, Mr. Administrator, will there be another opportunity? Because I know this is sort of a off day. I don't even see I don't see our 2 regulars out there today.
This is our official
Public hearing, but will
what
there
they
be an
can do
opportunity?
is they can come on either the work session or the day of
Gotcha.
during citizen comments if they have comments.
Okay. And will we have we will not have a public hearing
No.
before final adoption?
This is it.
Okay. And I'm just asking, could the rules be suspended to add a public hearing? Because what I don't want to do is get caught up on this.
Before I say yes, we'll have to check.
Okay, if y'all could check into that, I'm just asking, because I don't want us to get caught up on they put the public hearing the day before Christmas while my greens was on low.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Man, you
Santa
all
Claus
are.
almost in town.
Santa
But you
Claus.
still know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'll
just check on it.
I'll
All
check
right.
with legal, and I know they'll check and make sure,
Okay.
but I think legally we're fine.
Okay.
But I just want to be sure.
Okay.
Commissioners, I just want to point out that the setting of the public hearing is really generated by the Louisiana Public
Okay.
Budget Act, and we have to hold a public hearing no later than 10 days prior to adoption. So
Okay.
this was the only meeting you really could accomplish that.
Right.
And because you have to give public notice, you're required to
Right.
give public notice at least 10 days. And so this was the only day for December 5th.
Right.
So
Okay.
unfortunately, it fell on a bad day. It was the only meeting that you all had prior to that.
So you hadn't started your greens yet? In other words.
Yeah, you know.
She got her husband, like.
Oh,
what you
gotcha.
talking about?
I left mine in the crock pot, but I kept
I got you. All right, all right. Thank y'all. All right, that closes our public hearing.
All right, that closes public hearings. We have no public hearings on ordinances. We have no ordinance for final passage. We move to ordinance for an introduction by title. Ordinance number 5748 of 2017, amending the budget for estimate revenues and expenditures for the Public Works Fund, Detention Facilities Fund, Juvenile Justice Fund, Biomedical Fund, Riverboat Fund, and the Criminal Justice Fund for the year 2017 to adjust the budget for appropriations that are failing to meet the budget. Next, we need to ratify the minutes from Monday's meeting.
So move.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Lyndon Johnson, second by Commissioner Cawthorn. Please vote on ratifying the work session minutes. All right, that passes 11-0.
I would like to thank Ms. Nations for getting them out so soon on a short week.
Thank you, Mrs. Nations.
Next, we move to resolutions. Resolution number 81, request the Metropolitan Planning Commission, Caddo Parish, through its executive director, to provide a list of properties downzoned with the adoption of the Caddo Parish Unified Development Code.
Move to approve.
Second. All right, please vote on the motion. And I think that list should be readily available. All right. Everybody voted? All right, that passes 11-0 with one out of the chamber.
Resolution number 82, resolution expressing support of the Caddo Parish School Board's application to add Bethune High School to the National Register of Historic Places.
Second. And the only reason, just wanted to just point out, the only reason why they sent me the letter, but the attachment, if anybody wants to read the letter, the attachment is there. But thank you, Commissioner Gage Watts. Moved by Commissioner Gage Watts, second by the chair. Please vote on adopting the resolution.
I think you forwarded us the letter in the attachment already.
Say it again.
I think you've already forwarded us the letter.
Cool.
in the attachment.
Okay.
Or it was attached to this.
I believe it's attached. Yeah, it should be attached. All right. That passes 11-0 with one out of the chamber.
We have no old business. We have completed our new business. We move to communiques and committee reports.
Dr. Wilson?
So we don't have anything today. We just provided you all some information Commissioner Ling requested on Monday
Okay.
on the taxing for the ITAP.
Okay.
Just at your station.
Okay.
And that's all we have. This one said,
What about the Cross Lake Patrol?
we're still working on that one, sir.
Okay, thank you.
We have a staff answer, but we're trying to get another answer for the folks who manage the watershed. And happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, same to you, Dr. Wilson.
Most people, when they say that to me, that's usually an invitation to come eat.
I'll be at Piccadilly's tomorrow at
Oh,
11:30.
really? Really?
So please feel free to join me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
Just bring your American Express.
Yeah.
got you.
Come get some tamales, Doc.
Boy, boy, boy.
Is that it?
Oh, okay.
That's it?
Yes, sir. that's it.
Okay, all right. Commissioner Lynn.
To tighten up my request, I did ask for the whole parish, not just the Caddo Parish Commission, and so Ms. Bryant will be getting the rest of those numbers to us as well. That's all.
Okay. All right, Commissioner Atkins.
Just a quick question for Dr. Wilson. Dr. Wilson, you saw some email traffic this morning
Yes, sir.
on the GPSs on vehicles.
Yes, sir.
And there, someone had implied that historically we may have had those, but that we no longer do. Can you kind of catch us up on all that?
I did type you a pretty detailed
Maybe I-
answer to that.
Okay.
I need to hit send, but I'll be glad to entertain it now if you like.
Well, that's fine. I'll just, if you've already prepared it, you can send it to all of us.
I am. I'm copying everybody on it.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, the rest of Commissioner Lynn, but I'm copying everybody on it.
But you haven't sent it yet.
Yes, sir, I haven't sent it yet, so I'll go back and hit send.
Okay, I was just-
But I did formally get an answer for it.
Okay, great, thank you. That's it, thank you, sir.
Okay. Commissioner Milt.
Thank you, sir. Again, wish everyone happy Thanksgiving. And I would just, Stormy wasn't here the other day. I just want to give her again accolades for the great job she did on narrating at the Veteran Services Parade. The ceremony itself, you did an excellent job. I don't think anybody could have done it better. Maybe, I don't know, you need to be on the news, I think, on a regular basis now, up there with Jackie and Dan.
Oh,
Good
good.
job.
Thank you.
That's it, Mr. President. Thank you.
Anybody else? Commissioner Chavez.
Thanks, President. I just want to thank the Christian organization that saw the need that we sat up here and argued about for months and took it upon themselves to put a porta-john somewhere in an alley for the homeless downtown to use and are funding it themselves. So they know who they are, and that's seeing a need and filling a need, and that's what it's all about in the parish. So thank you to that organization. That's it, President.
Okay. I hope they don't get into a zoning problem.
It's on their property.
Great job. Okay. They own it, huh?
Yep.
You got a deed?
Their name is on the building. I think they'll be all right.
Oh, okay. I think I saw it. All right. I just say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I would like to apologize for missing the dinner yesterday. So it looked like it went very well, but thanks to everybody who came out. Again, thanks to Commissioner Gage Watson Middleton for your job at the Veterans Parade. And hopefully everybody come back ready to adopt this budget. I would encourage us to, if you have some questions about it, please start talking to commissioners now. And let's not be in here with a night, with a who?
2 hours training.
Well, with 2 hours, I think, there's enough discussion to go on now to try to solve our budget problem. I don't necessarily know that we have a problem, but we know what usually gets the most discussion. So if you could start having those discussions now, and we can move on down the road fairly quickly. With that, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Somebody else want to say? All right, meeting adjourned.
Hey, Clay, I need to see you.
A motion by Dominic.
No, but I don't.
No.